Hello guys, welcome to Friends in Tech Automation. We provide practical PLC, SCADA and IoT training. So here we are continuing with our series for HMI development, and this is what we want to design. So this video we want to explain how to design HMI screens, panel HMI screens. So in our previous video, you can check our video there. We talked about how to develop a program, just pump control program, the logic for pump control. So I made some few changes here. So open your project in TIA Portal. So this is the project, you can see it here, HF4 storage unit HMI. So this is, we created a program. If you come to program blocks here and you go to pump control, so we created an FB. You can open this. We created an FB block. It's a function block. So we created a function block to handle pump control logic. All right. So the goal was that we want to start this pump either manual or auto, basically local or remote. You get what I'm saying? So we wanted to start this pump either local or remote. So local means that you can use the push buttons to start your pumps. When you select auto, then that means that you can start those pumps using your HMI. That is the concept here. So local, you can use your push buttons to start your pumps. When you select auto, you need to use HMI to start the pumps. So it's simple. This is just a simple latching circuit here with local start and local stop. So when you engage this local start, then you are starting the pump. When you click on local stop, you are stopping the pump. As well as here, when you select auto, when you click on HMI start, you are starting the pump. And when you click on HMI stop, you are stopping the pump. I know we'll edit this logic as time goes by. Now, these two are interlocked in that you cannot operate this motor both in local and auto. You have to use a selector switch to select between auto and local. So I made some few editing with the tags here. I realized that in my previous section, my previous video, I created some unnecessary tags. I was copy and pasting those tags, so I created some unnecessary tags. So you have to edit your tags here. If you are following this series, you have to edit your tags. So if you come to PLC tags here, scroll down. If you come to PLC tags here, we have let's just expand this folder here. We have, let me show all tags. Okay, I'll just show all tags here. So this is the tag table with all our tags. So I'm having only these tags here. Why? Because I realized that I created also tags for auto start 1, auto stop 2. Really, we don't need that. When you have HMI, you don't need a real input to the PLC. Okay, the inputs or the commands when you are in auto will come from the HMI. I hope you're getting me. We only need inputs for local because you'll have hard push buttons. Okay, so when you click on those or when you press on those push buttons, signal will be sent to the PLC. So you need wires there. But if you're using auto start, auto stop, then you don't need push buttons for auto start and push buttons for auto start. I hope I'm clear there. So I removed all of them. So here I have selector because I have 3 pumps. We created 3 pumps here. So these 3 pumps, each pump has its panel, its own panel, and this panel we have selector switch, we have start, and we have stop for local. All right. So if you look at, you have to set up your scene in factory IO here. So this is my scene. So you see I have three tanks. So these tanks are for oil. Let's call them HFO oil storage tanks. And you see that each tank here, we have panels. We have panels here. And if you zoom here, see that each panel we have a selector switch. And let's just zoom. Let's try to zoom this. So we have we need to add a selector switch here. This is not a selector switch, okay? So we need to add a selector switch here. And we have start and stop. This is start, this is stop. So I need to add selector switch here. This is a set point, what we don't need right now, and we don't need this displays here, but I think that's just fine, okay? I'll add those selector switch later. So I have 3 pumps here, and something important, we have level transmitter here, or transducer, level transducer for tank 1, level transducer for tank 2, and level transducer for tank 3. That will indicate or will tell us the level of oil inside the tank in real time, all right? In real time. Now, if you go to file here, you need to add your tags to their appropriate address, their appropriate PLC addresses. So you come to drivers here. If you come to drivers here, you see that I have this here. So we'll add some tags together. So I have this here, start. This is step 7 1200. If you come to configuration here, ensure that you are running step 7 1200 here. So your model is step 7 1200, and we are using PLSIM, okay? So your driver is Siemens step 7 PLSIM. You can see it up here. If you have a real PLC, then you just have to select another driver here. But since you are using step 7 PLSIM, you select this driver, Siemens step 7 PLSIM. Then you have to map your IOs correctly. Very important, because if you don't map these IOs correctly, then you'll have some troubles. So you realize that down here you have level meter, tank level meter, and these are real. So I can change this here to word. And that's it. So basically I will be having just a minute here. I don't know why this thing is hanging. So we have I30, IW30, IW32, and IW34. This is analog inputs for levels. So if you come to your program, ensure that your levels here is I30, 32, and 34, not 0. So you have to edit this here to 30. All right. So you come here and edit this to 30. Then also you need to edit level meter 2. This one here to address I32. That's it. And finally for address I4, edit this to edit this to IW34, and that's it. Why? Remember also we created another function block for scaling for scaling of analog data such as level. So if you go up here, we have level meter scaling. So this is just scaling block, how to scale analog data. It's a very important piece of block. Anytime you are dealing with analog signals or analog sensors or transmitters, you need to scale those analog data. So this is just here using NOMEX and using ScaleX. You can check our previous video on how to do scaling, how to use NOMEX, and how to use ScaleX here. So this is just for scaling. If you go to our main program, we have main OB, we have OB1 and OB123. So OB123, we have used OB123 to call programs for scaling, level meter scaling. That's why it is labeled level meter OB123. And then we have main OB1. So in main OB1 we have called pump control program, all right, of pump control function block. So if you double click main OB1 here, you realize that we have invoked or called functions for pump control. Let's just check this here. So you see that we have pump 1. So this is pump 1, we have pump 2, and we have pump 3. So anytime you are creating a function block or just a function, you need to call them in your main block or in your cyclic block. That is very important. If you fail to do that, then that program will be outside during program scan cycle. It will not be executed by the PLC CPU. That is very important. So you need to observe that. So that is what we have for now. So we need to now create HMIs. So our first HMI screen will be plant overview, this here. So this is plant overview, this here, where we just have 3 HF4 tanks and some 3 HF4 tanks and three unloading pumps. I've not programmed these transfer pumps here, but it's okay. Then down here we have some navigations. Okay, so I'll teach you also how to do navigations in SIMATIC HMIs. So let's get started here. So the first thing, you go to, let's close these program blocks here. You scroll down to your HMI screens, HMI here. So the HMI we are using is KTP700. Okay, KTP700 basic PN. So if you expand on this folder here, so I'll just close this factory IO for now. Let me just close it. Save changes. I don't need it. I will open it when it is needed. So we have our screens here. So if you expand on HMI 1 KTP700 basic, we have a folder called screens. Then we have a folder called HMI tags. I want you to focus on those two folders, HMI screens and HMI tags. In our next video, I'll be explaining how to link HMI tags. For now, we just want to do some simple graphic designs or screens design. So we have here. So we created a screen called process overview screen. So if I double click on this process overview screen, so what I'll do, I just delete this here so that we can create things together. All right, so I'll delete this process overview, just delete this here. All right, then I'll go to root screen and I will delete this object here, process overview, because if I leave it there, it will generate some errors. So I don't want to use this root screen anyway, so I just close it. You can start by using root screen, but I don't really need it. So we need to add a new screen here. So click on add new screen. Just click on add new screen. So this is how you add HMI screens in TIA Portal. And let's rename this HMI screen to process overview. Process overview. So this is process overview screen, this here. So this is where we can add our design. This is where we can add our designs. Simple. So this is our empty screen. It's a 7-inch screen. That's why it's KTP700. 7 stands for 7-inch. So it's a touch screen, okay? It's a touch screen. Down here we have function keys. So these function keys are configured to move from one page to another page, or to move from one screen to another screen. So these are like buttons, okay? These are buttons, so they are hard buttons. So most of the times you'll find that people are not configuring these function keys. Instead, they'll just add navigations on the main screen here instead of using these functions here. But okay, so we need to get started here. So if you look at this screen here, we have this banner up here. So we have this banner with the name Friends in Tech Automation. So let's add this banner. So how do you add that banner? Really quick. It is simple. Just come to Toolbox here. So in Toolbox, this is where you'll find some basic objects, elements, and control. They are basic. You see, the main thing with the operator panels, HMI, is that you're not supposed to have detailed or complicated designs here. So that's why you'll find that in Toolbox, we have basic elements. So we start with basic objects. So I'll just use this rectangle here. So rectangle object, and I'll just drag it here. That's it. And we can try to fit it. So select this. So you can do adjustment using this here, like that. You can do adjustment here also. That's it. Then what next? We have to change our background color of this banner. So you have to change background of this banner. So it's simple. So this is how you edit appearance of your objects. So this is how you edit appearance of your objects. So you realize that down here you have properties, info, and diagnostics. So if you select your object like that and you click properties here, you'll be viewing property of that selected object. Or you select the object like that, then you right click, then you go to properties, just like that. So normally when you talk of properties, we have animations, events, and texts. So you'll find that such objects, you can affect its properties, such as appearance. You can add animations. You cannot add events, unfortunately. You can add some text here. So we start with properties, and we want to change the visual property of that object. So here I want to change the background color from that to black. So this here, if you come to appearance here, we have background color. Background color is here. So we want to change this background color to black. So you can select this here. That's it. Now it's black. Then what else? We need to add label. So label is basically text. So we have text here. And just place it there. And we double click on it to change text to Friends in Tech. Friends in Tech. Friends in Tech Automation. That's it. So we have to change foreground color or text or font color here to white. So again, you select your object, you click down here, properties, and then you have to change foreground color. Foreground color is same as font color, from black to white. That's it. So you see we have Friends in Tech Automation. Friends in Tech Automation, just ensure that it is centered. Just ensure that it is centered, okay? So you can just move it a little bit. I don't know. Okay, I believe it is centered. And that's it. So what next here? So the next thing we need to add are these pumps, and also we need to design these tanks here, 1, 2, 3. So you only design one, then copy paste. That's it. So we come here, then we add those pumps. So other than having these basic elements or objects, you can add graphics here. So if you come to graphics here, we have WinCC graphics. Just a minute here. Let me just close this here. So we have WinCC graphics folder and your own graphics. So my graphics folder. So under my graphics folder, you can decide to add your own SVG files or the GPG, just your photos and everything. You can add them under my graphics folder. So you can import graphics. Okay. So let's just work with WinCC graphics folder, and we need to add pumps. So you can, if you go to equipment, we have navigate and operate, we have plant products, and we have technology. So for example, if you go to equipment here and you go to automations, for example, if you select blowers, down here you'll get all blowers images, blowers symbols. So you can decide to use these blower symbols. So as we want pump, so just scroll down to pumps. So you have pumps here, all right? You have pumps here, and we can decide to use this here. So it depends on you. You are the designer anyway. So you can decide what pump to use. So I just go with a simple one here, this here. Just drag and drop here. That's it. So this is the first pump here, and you can always resize this the way you want it. That's it. So that's how you add these graphics, and we can place it up there. That's it. We can just minimize this, and we need 3 of them, right? So you can just copy, then paste, copy, then paste here. You can paste again, another one. That's it. Then you can decide to align them. Select all of them, then align. So you can use these properties here. You have these properties here, some amazing tools here. I mean, not property, but tools. So amazing tools. So you can evenly distribute the selected objects horizontally. Vertically, you can align them vertically like that. So you see they are aligned. You can decide to set selected objects to the same width if you want to. I think that's it. So you can use these amazing tools here. So we have our 3 pumps. I mean, I think they should add padding as well. You know, just saying. I think that's it. So we have our 3 pumps here. We have 3 pumps. So the next thing we need to do, we need to add HFO tanks. We need to design HFO tanks. So how do you design a tank? It's simple. Let's just go to toolbox here and come to basic objects, and let's use this rectangle here and just place it there. So that's our tank. So if you look at this tank here, we have border lines. This border is, the width of this border is not 1, it's thick, right? So you need to change that. So you select this here, then you go to properties. Then you come to border width. Instead of 1, let's use 4. You can adjust this. 4 is too much, man. I think 4 is just too much. So you can adjust this here to maybe 2. I think 2 will be fine. 4 is just too much. 2 is okay. Yeah, 2 is okay. Then if you look at these tanks here, background is what? Background is transparent. So you have to change background color to transparent. So you come to TIA Portal, you select this tank here, come to properties, and then come to a background fill pattern. We want this to be transparent, so select transparent, and that's it. So you see that now our tank background is transparent, and that's good. The next thing here we need to add progress bar for showing level, this progress bar here. So you come to TIA Portal here, and we go to controls. Sorry, not controls, but elements here. Come to elements, then we have progress bar here. So just select it and drop it here. So this is our that's our progress bar. That's our progress bar, but it's not the same as this one here. It's not the same as this here. This here we have background should be green or something. So you have to change this here. First thing, we start with changing this, and you have to also change the border width of this here. So go to properties, select first select the object progress bar, come to properties, then we have to change this foreground color to green. That's the first thing. I have to change this to green. That's good. Then we have to change border color. Okay, border color. So if it's not in let's just check that this thing is changing here first. That's good. That's just perfect. So you have to change this border. So come to properties. This is under general, I think. So under appearance, we are done with that. Come to general here. General minimum, okay. Border type. So you have to change this here. So you see border width is 7. That's too much. Let's reduce this to 4. Okay, 2 is just fine. Okay, that's good. So I think it's starting to look the same as this here. The next thing, we don't want scales or graduation here. So you don't want these scales here or graduation. So you select this here. You come to properties. Then we have to change that label. So if you come to labels here, we don't want to show scale marks. Okay, so just uncheck this box here. So we don't want to show scale marks. No, not that. Sorry. We need to show that, but what we don't need is this here. This here. So what I don't need is graduations. We don't need graduations. So where are they? Graduation. They should be somewhere here. Scales. I think that should be in scales. Yeah, we don't need to show scale. So just uncheck this here. Perfect. That's it. So that's it. That's good. So you have that. What next here? We need to show 0, 50, and 100. That range. So we need to show range. So you select this here. So I have to minimize divisions here. Instead of using 5, let's use 3. Graduation, instead of 10, let's use 50. Okay, 50. That's it. So 0 to 100. So we need we need 50 there. So okay, let's change this to 25. Okay. What else is missing here? I think that's good. select this. Is there any property we need to adjust here? We don't show this here. Okay, I think that's just fine. Let's just leave with that. Let's just leave with that. I do not show max. Let's just leave with that. General, that is minimum and maximum. 0, 100 is fine. Can remove this if you want. Okay, all right, I think that's good. Can just live with that there. You can live with that. Then you can just reduce this here width. Place it that. That's perfect. Maybe adjust the size of this. Then we need to add label. We need to add label for level transmitter. This is level transmitter. So you can come here and come to basic object, then select text, place it here. Let's call this level transmitter 1. This is supposed to be level transmitter, so LT001. So that's the name of that sensor. So you have to change this. I don't want this to be bold, so come to properties here. Come to properties of that, then just minimize this here, then go to text format, then come to font here. We have to change this here. So I don't want it to be bold, okay? I just want it to be normal. Then okay, so instead of 16 we can use 13. Okay, that's it. Perfect. Next thing here, we need to add label for this tank. This is HA4 tank, storage tank 1, HA4 storage tank 1. So add another label here, place it here. This here, name it HA4. Then another label, storage tank 1. And that's it. That's good. The next thing, we need to add capacity of this tank. So you can add another label. Capacity is 2000 cubic meters. That's it. Also, you have to change this one here. I don't want it to be bold, so you can check that. Size, you can say 14 or 13 is just okay. That's it. Then I need to add numerical display for temperature. Numerical display for temperature. So you can just come to basic to elements here. Then you can add this here. This here, just drag and drop. Drag and drop. Now we have to change some properties of this here to be exactly as this. So if you check this here, so I have the first thing, I have to remove this background to transparent. So come to background here, fill, instead of solid, Just a minute. So what's the color of this here? It's transparent. Let's check. Can we really change that background color? Is it possible? So border, anyway, we can check some stuff here. General. This is too much. Let's just use this 3. 3, that's okay. Sorry. 3 is okay, yeah. So field length 3 is okay. Yeah, 3 is fine. 3 is fine. We'll attach this to process value, which is level, in our next video, how to do tagging. Now that's under general. We don't need anything there. Text format. I have to change this here. Do I really need this to show bold? Normal is just fine. 13 is okay. Okay, that's fine. Anything else? If we come to styles and designs, nothing. I come to security net. So security is very important. We don't want operator to interfere with this here. So allow operator control, no. We don't want operator. It's just for showing level. So we don't want operator to interfere with that. So security is say allow operator control, no. Miscellaneous here, anything, no. Limits, nothing. Layout, nothing really. And a general here, show leading zeros. No. So general, we are done with general. So we are in no, we are not doing that. So we are left with appearance here. Foreground, black. Black, is it a good thing? Then we have to change this borderline. We have to change borderline to maybe 2 or something. 4 is just too much. That's it. Then border color is black. Border background color. Okay. Fill pattern. I don't know why this is not changing here. Background fill pattern. I don't know why it's not changing. Come to user define. We want this to be none, completely none, nothing. Now let's just minimize this here. Let's add another label. Just copy this here. Paste it here. This is temperature. That's it. I think we are done here. So we have this HA4 tank. Can reduce this here from 16 maybe to 15. Perfect. So this is our HA4 tank. So we need to add 3 of these. So what you do, select everything here like this, then make it a group, okay? Group it. So we just group this here so that we can move it as one object like that. So we can move this as one object, place it here. So we need to copy these 3 times, and you can always adjust the size of this here. So select this here, then you can always adjust it. That's it. So we need to add 3 of these here. So in our design we have 3. Look at this here, we have 1, 2, 3. So can just good. So I will just resize this here. Then copy this, then paste. Then finally paste another one. So you can select these 3. First one, second one, and third one. Then align this, okay? So you can always do alignment here. So center vertically, horizontally, bottom. That's it. I wonder why we don't have padding here. Because other than we should be having spacing, right? Should be having some sort of spacing. I don't know why that is not the case with this here. Okay. I think that's just okay. Okay. So we have 3 tanks here. So what you need to do next is ungroup this. Ungroup this. Also you need to ungroup this here. Ungroup this. Select this also. Ungroup it. That's it. Perfect. Now the next thing we need here is what? To do piping. We need to do piping. So this here, let's rename this to 2. And rename this to 3. That's it. So we have HA4 tank 1, tank 2, and finally tank 3. So we need to do piping here. So let's just do alignment here, and we can align left. This is left, so alignment left. Good, that's it. I think that's just good. So you need to do piping here. So I mean, you can use basic objects, just line, and you can just drag it this way. Ensure it is very straight. That's it. Then you need another line here. That's it. So select the first line here. Select the first line. Let me just zoom this. Do I really need to zoom it? Select this line, then go to properties, then come to line width here, adjust this here, can take it to 3 or even 4. 3 is just fine. Then also adjust width of this here to 3, come to properties, then adjust this to 3. That's it. Then I don't want these lines to be round. Instead of round, let's use a rectangle or flash. That's it. So instead of using round here, let's use flash type. So select this line up here, come to properties, then let's use flash instead of round. Then I want background color or color to be red. So let's go with red there. That's it. Select the other one here, go to properties and change this to red, color to red, and that's it. Then minimize this here. That's just perfect. So I can add another line here for this here. Just ensure these lines are very straight. 125. Let's just zoom this out. Hope that is straight. So select that line, come to properties, change width to 3, change color to red. What else? Change shape to flash, and that's it. Then next, copy this and paste it 3 times. Copy and paste. Then drag here, move it here. Again, copy this, just paste it here. That's it. Can just drag it a little bit. That's it. Just zoom kidogo. Just ensure these things are straight. Okay, that's good, that's good. We can just minimize this here. Okay, so we need to drop 3 lines here, one here. So select this here, go to properties, change background, change color to red. What else? Change width to 3. That's it. Then copy, paste, and ensure that your lines are straight. So that's it. So you need to add again piping for the lower section, then add 2 pumps. So just copy this pump here, copy and paste it here. Just drag and paste here. These are transfer pumps. Paste another one. Put it here. So these are just transfer pumps, then do piping. So I'll do pipings very fast, then I'll be back. So let's just add valve here. So I think we are done with our piping. So we just add valve here. Come to graphics, then valves. I mean, you can add any design here. If you don't like those, you can go to SVG automation. Select valves, go to valves. I don't like those. Industries SVG. Anyway, so you can select one valve here, though I don't like these designs. Let's see if we can get plant products. I don't know. Oh, no, those are operation, those are controllers. Logo, blah blah blah. Okay. Valves, yeah, perfect. I can use one here. And let's say that it's a motorized valve, okay? So if it's a motorized valve, then you can go with this here. This is symbol for motorized or electric actuator. Or you can go with this one here. It's also a symbol for motorized valve. Then you can just place it there. You can resize this, okay? Then you can place it here. Resize this further. I don't know. So what else? I think that's it. That's basically how you design your HMI screens in TIA Portal. So this is how you design screens for operator panels, and it's looking good. Basically, that's how you can design. You can design your screens, HMI screens. So you can add labels. You can finish on this here. Copy this here. Copy, then paste here. Paste. Where is it? So you can add labels. By now you know how to add labels. If you're following this video, you know how to do labels. Just select text, you place the label there. You can say this is to buffer tank, right? Buffer tank. Then you can reduce this. You don't want it to be bold. You can reduce this to 12. Then just place it up here. That is to buffer tank. Then copy this here and paste it down here. Now this here becomes, let's call it sludge tank. Sludge to sludge tank. That's it. So you can copy this again, paste it up here, and say this is, you can just paste it up here. Rename this to HFO unloading pump. That's it. That's HFO unloading pumps. Then paste it here. This here becomes transfer pumps. And we are done here. So the next thing we do, tag configuration, how to link your PLC tags to your HMIs. But before we can do that, I think in our next video we can do another HMI design, how to design another screen for pump control, okay? For pump, or basically for motors. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to our channel.